Easy healthy breakfast recipe for kids. Steamed recipes are soft and mild in taste. Kids might like this food when served with ghee, butter, or even mild chutneys. Do try this soft, fluffy, restaurant style rava idli. Here is another steamed recipe made with this rice rava. This is a rice rava cooked along with the vegetables and steamed to get the perfect texture. Another finger food is the set dosa. Set dosa are very soft, fluffy and porous dosa. Using this batter, do try out different shapes for the dosa and that would make the food even more interesting for the kids. Serve this set dosa topped with some butter and this would enhance the nutrition value of the dosa as well. A mild green chutney or mixed veg curry makes a good combination for this set dosa. Now let's see how to make this pesarattu. Pesarattu is one of the high protein breakfast recipe made from overnight soaked mung bean. This is one of the finger food for the kids as well. Healthy breakfast is one good start for the day. Semia upma is one of the most kids' favorite recipe. Veggies make upma more nutritious. Do check the description box for more links and details. Do subscribe to Greens on My Plate cooking recipes to see more interesting recipes and follow the page on Instagram and Facebook. Some of the kids become fussy eaters if they are texture specific or taste or even color specific. The steamed recipes are very easy to prepare with a little bit of pre-prep required. Dosas and parathas are good healthy finger foods for kids. Stuffed parathas are liked by most of the kids since the texture of the stuffing makes the paratha even more softer. These stuffed potato and cheese paratha can be served along with the yogurt or some green chutney as well. To make the milder version of these parathas, you can replace red chili powder or garam masala with some pepper powder. For the ingredients and the measurement, do check the description box. These stuffed parathas can also be prepared by replacing potato with cauliflower or cabbage. Serve the paratha with some butter on top and this will make it even more crisp and delicious. Replace the oil with ghee or butter while making these parathas. This makes the parathas even more tasty and nutritious. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Greens on My Plate cooking recipes. Today let's see how to make rice rava idli. Soak the urad dal for 4 hours, drain the excess water and grind it into a thick fine paste. Now add 2 cups of rice rava, wash and rinse the excess water and mix it to the grinded urad dal paste. Cover it and allow it to ferment for 8 hours. If the batter is not fermented, then do add some baking soda, salt and mix well. A perfect rice rava idli batter is ready. Now let's grease the steam plate with oil. This prevents the idli from sticking to the steamer plates. Now pour the batter in the steamer plates and assemble like this. In the steamer, once the water starts boiling, cook for 15 minutes in a high heat. A soft and fluffy idli is ready. Now using a wet spoon, remove this hot fluffy idli from the steamer plates and you can see a perfect restaurant style idli is ready. One important tip to remember while making this idli is 1 cup of urad dal and 2 cups of rice rava gives this perfect texture for this idli. Now let's see how to make this akki tari kadabu. This is a steamed dumpling made from the rice rava. A soft, quick recipe for the kids. In a pan, heat oil, add chana dal, cumin powder, curry leaves, chili and mix well. Now add the chopped French beans, grated carrots, chopped spinach and mix well. Here, a green piece also have added, that is completely optional. Now salt for taste and some pepper powder. We can even replace pepper powder with chopped green chilies. Now keep the mixture aside. In another pan, roast the rice rava till it's aromatic and changes its color. Let the heat be low. Once the rice rava is ready, keep it aside. Now add water in a pan and allow it to boil. Once the water starts boiling, then we can add some salt, oil, and bring it to boil. Water starts boiling slightly. Add the mixed veg mixture. These veg mixture are half cooked. Now in water is going to cook completely. Cover and boil the mixture. Once the water starts boiling, add this roasted rice rava as shown. Keep mixing so it makes a lump-free mixture. Cover it and cook for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, you can see a perfect consistency mixture is ready. Grease the steamer plates with oil. Make small balls from the cooked mixture as shown. When the mixture is still warm, we need to do this. Once the mixture becomes cold, then it is difficult to make the perfect ball. Assemble the steam plates. Allow the water to boil in a steamer. Then once these plates are ready, you can place it in the steamer. This veg mixed akitari kadbu is very nutritious and easy to digest for kids. Since these vegetables are completely cooked, so the texture becomes very soft and easy to swallow. You can serve this along with chutney and mild capsicum potato curry as well. Now let's see how to make the set dosa. This set dosa is very soft, fluffy and porous. Since this set dosa is very soft in texture, most of the kids do like it. To make this set dosa, all we have to do is ferment the batter perfectly. Fermentation of the batter helps to make this soft, fluffy set dosa. Let's see how to make a fermented batter. Now let's see the ingredients for the set dosa. 3 cup of rice, 3/4 cup of urud dal, 1 cup poha and 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Soak all these ingredients overnight in water and grind it into a fine thick batter. Allow the batter to ferment for 8 to 12 hours in a warm place. After 12 hours of fermentation, here you can see a perfect thick batter is ready. The batter becomes airy and frothy after fermentation. Add salt and mix well. Our set dosa batter is ready. Grease a cast iron pan with 1 teaspoon of oil and pour 1.5 ladle full of batter. Spread gently and add 1 teaspoon of ghee or butter. Cover it and cook for a minute. In a medium-low heat, you can see one side of the set dosa is cooked perfectly. Flip and allow it to cook on the other side. Transfer it to a plate and repeat the steps. Let's make another set dosa. Here I am adding 1.5 ladle full of batter. Spread the batter gently. Now add 1 teaspoon of ghee or butter and allow it to cook. Once the edges are firm, then we can flip and cook again the other side. Let the heat be medium or low. Flip and cook. A perfect set dosa is ready. Serve along with some butter on top. Combination for this set dosa is some green chutney and sambar as well. Set dosa along with the butter gives a wonderful taste. Please do check this ingredients and the measurement in the description box as well. Do try this set dosa and let me know in the comment section below. One of the important steps to remember is fermentation of the batter. It's very important. 3 cup of rice takes 1.5 cup of poha with 3/4 cup of urud dal to give a perfect set dosa batter. Ferment the batter for 8 to 12 hours in a warm place and do not keep it in a very hot place. Make sure to grease the dosa pan before applying the batter on top. Soft, fluffy, porous set dosa is ready. Now let's see how to make this green gram dosa. Green gram dosa is also known as mung bean dosa or spinach pesiritu. Ingredients for this spinach pesiritu is soaked green gram, soaked rice, ginger, spinach, chilies and cumin seeds. Grind all these ingredients together and make it a thick paste. Add some salt and mix well. A perfect consistency is ready. Now grease a cast iron pan and keep it ready. Preheat the pan as shown and pour the batter and spread it gently in a circular direction. Now you can garnish it using some chopped spinach, carrots and onions. This is completely optional, or you can even try with the plain dosa as well. Mix all these chopped and grated ingredients and allow it to cook in the center of this dosa. Press it gently so it binds to the dosa batter. Cover it and cook. After a minute, you can see a crispy dosa is ready. This is a perfect protein pack for the kids in the morning. Do try this recipe. A high protein breakfast, and this will make a perfect protein pack for the kids in the early morning. Important thing to remember while making this best to soak the green gram overnight. Let's see how to make the Semiya Upma. The Semiya Upma is one pot recipe. This is a very quick and simple recipe. Since this Semiya Upma do contain all the chopped and cooked veggies, this makes it more nutritious. No pre-preparations is required to make the Semiya Upma, and since we are adding all these chopped vegetables, it makes it more nutritious, quick and simple. Now let's see how to make it. Take 3 cups of vermicelli. I have taken the Bambino vermicelli. Dry roast it until a slight color changes in aromatic. Once the vermicelli changes its color and becomes aromatic, transfer it to a plate and allow it to cool. Let the heat be low while roasting. Now take half cup of oil, 1 teaspoon of chana dal, 1 tablespoon of cashew nuts, and 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, half teaspoon turmeric powder, and 1 tablespoon of urad dal. Here I have taken half cup of cooking oil. You can use different cooking oil. Now add all the ingredients: mustard seeds, cumin seeds, urad dal, chana dal, curry leaves, green chilies, and mix well. These cashew nuts gives a very crunchy texture for the Semiya Upma. Let the heat be low. Add all these ingredients. Now it's time to add the chopped ginger, garlic, chili and curry leaves, 1 cup of fine chopped onions, and mix well. Allow the onions to cook half. Here you can see half cooked onions are ready. Now it's time to add the chopped carrots, French beans and peas, chopped potatoes and chopped tomatoes. Allow all these ingredients to mix and cook well. Once these vegetables are slightly cooked, now you can even add few frozen peas if required. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Cover it and cook. The vegetables needs to be half cooked before adding the water. Now for 3 cup of vermicelli, here I am adding 6 cups of water. Allow the water to boil, then we can add the roasted vermicelli. Cover and allow the water to boil. Before adding the vermicelli, we need to add the salt and the lemon juice. Here I am adding the salt as per the taste. Once the water starts boiling, it's time to add the salt and lemon juice. Salt and lemon juice need to be added to the boiling water and before the vermicelli is added. So this mix with the vermicelli and it gives a very fantastic taste. Now add the chopped spinach and mix well. Allow the mixture to cook perfectly. Let the heat be medium-low. If the veggies are not completely cooked, then it would be crunchy while eating this upma and kids may not like it. So make sure they are perfectly cooked and mashy. You can test it by lifting few of these vegetables and cutting using a fork. Once these vegetables are cooked, now it's time to add the vermicelli to the boiling water. Mix well. Cover and allow it to cook for some time till the water is drained completely. A perfectly cooked Semiya Upma is ready. Isn't this an easy recipe? Do try this recipe at home and let me know in the comment section. Tips to remember while making the Semiya Upma is: 1 cup of vermicelli takes 2 cups of water to cook perfectly. Vegetables needs to be cooked completely before adding the vermicelli. Make sure the water is boiling before we add vermicelli. Chopped vegetables always gives a very fantastic taste and texture for this Semiya Upma. This aloo cheese paratha. This aloo cheese paratha is a very soft and quick paratha that can be made for the kids. Ingredients to make this aloo paratha: 2 potatoes, half fine chopped onions, 1 fine chopped green chilies, ginger powder, turmeric powder, lemon juice, 1 tablespoon red chili powder, garam masala, ginger powder. Garlic paste is completely optional. Add 2 cups of water in a pan. Chop the potatoes into cubes and allow it to boil. Let the heat be medium or low. Do not overcook the potatoes. Make sure the potatoes are cooked perfectly. Drain the excess water once these potatoes are cooked. Once these potatoes are cooked, allow it to cool for some time. Now take another pan, add this boiled potatoes, fine chopped onions. These onions gives a very crunchy texture, and now add these chilies. The chili powder can be replaced with some pepper powder as well, turmeric powder, garam masala for taste. This lemon juice neutralizes all the spicy taste of the powders. Now we have added all the spice powders, everything. Now it's time to mash it nicely and add the grated cheese. Potato and cheese gives a very fantastic taste for this paratha. Small balls as shown. Potatoes must be perfectly cooked, not overcooked, and the onions must be chopped finely to make this mixture. Let's see how to make the dough. For the dough, here I have taken the wheat flour, salt, oil and mix well. Later we are going to add some curd and knead it to form a fine smooth consistency dough. Now take a small portion of the dough, sprinkle little flour and start rolling the dough to make a small circle. Once this small circle is ready, then we are going to add the mixture in the center, cover it and roll it. Place the potato stuffing in the center after making this small circle as shown. Cover it using the fingers. Make sure there is no gap so that the mixture comes out while rolling. Perfectly covered. Press it to make it a uniform thickness and roll in the edges. Do not roll in the center of the paratha, it might break open. So roll in the edges gently to make a circular paratha. Make sure the thickness is uniform, otherwise the paratha is going to be thick at one place and thin on the other place. Grease the pan using some hot ghee or butter and flip the rolled paratha as shown. Make sure the pan is preheated well before flipping this rolled paratha. Then sprinkle some ghee or butter. This gives a very fantastic taste for this paratha. Flip and cook both sides till it's golden brown and perfectly cooked. There's no break opens in the center of the paratha or in the edges, so it is rolled perfectly and the potato is also boiled perfectly. Isn't this an easy recipe? Serve this aloo cheese paratha along with the butter on top. You can even make a good combination with curd or green chutneys.